the collective that I'm picking up on is one that emotionally you might be kind of a wreck, but physically everything seems fine. You know, it's kind of like the invisible illness thing, or like the invisible disease thing, which I deal with like on my own in many ways. For you, it's showing up not as like an autoimmune disorder or whatever, but as everything's fine, you know. And maybe it is easy for you to say everything's fine because everything feels fine in the moment. You know, everything feels fine when somebody asks, you know, it's like, yeah, sure, whatever. But there are moments in private where you just are like scream crying, probably in quiet. Super cute. There is a friend. I'm hesitant to say friend. It might not be a friend. I don't want to specify like one type of relationship. There is someone in your life, but I will specify it is non-romantic. That's the only thing about this that is like totally clear. This could be blood. It doesn't feel like super close blood. It's someone in your life that is absolutely, fully and completely zapping your energy. This person is taking advantage. And I think, you know, I'm not really one to project like this, but there is some stuff going on, and I think it's just maybe you're feeding it without meaning to, but like the talking that's happening either from you when this person is around or from that person when you're not around, that is a direct contribution to what's going on with your energy right now, and probably why you feel like shit. Yeah, Page of Swords to confirm that. It's not like, you know, maybe it is like a physical feeling like shit, you know what I mean? Maybe you feel sick, but this feels very emotional, and it's like bleeding into many different areas of your life. Okay, so we're just gonna pull some cards and see what we can get. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, withholding any kind of spontaneity from yourself. I can see this person in a place that really upsets you. 2 of Wands. That's all Wands so far. Knight of Wands, 2 of Wands. You know what that makes me feel like, though, too, especially with that 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, is like this person puts you in fight or flight so hard. They must have some kind of power over you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun, and then there's 10 of Wands on the split. It's kind of like, yeah, things are good on the outside, but this person seems to have some kind of power over you that even though things are good, there's a heavy dampening that's taking place that is, I don't think, any fault of your own. I think this person is projecting, and then you're inevitably kind of feeding it because it's affecting you, you know? And you're not a victim here, but I don't think that it started with you necessarily. Okay, the Hierophant coming out here. Something about the right thing to do. The Hierophant and the 3 of Wands. What's expected of you. This is all Wands. I split to the 7 of Wands. What's expected of you, what is required of you, doesn't feel right in this situation. And so this person is projecting some kind of box. You know, you have to fit into this box. This is similar to a lot of readings that I've been getting lately, where it's like you have to fit into a box, and you don't necessarily feel comfortable getting into that space. You know what I mean? So by doing it different, it's almost as if you're betraying other people, but in reality, from where you're sitting and from what I can see from your perspective, what you're experiencing feels like a betrayal. Because, and maybe this is like a generational thing too, because they're telling you like you have to do this thing, and you're like, bro, like that's not me, and it's fucked up for you to expect me to do that. Like that's how this feels. For you, it feels like a betrayal. For them, it feels like a betrayal that you're not doing exactly, that you're not conforming. You know what I mean? For you, it feels like a betrayal that they would expect you to conform. For them, it feels like a betrayal that you wouldn't. The Queen of Swords, boundaries. On both ends. I heard on both ends. The future with this person, the Four of Pentacles. The future with this person feels like one that is inevitable. Like, I feel like this person is in some capacity always going to be around. I feel the need to say whether that is contractual or not. Hang on, but I do have the Three of Cups that just fell out with the Ace of Wands. Do I take these? Yes, I'm hearing yes. So you might have some kind of like bond with this person. You might not. I don't know. Five of Cups. There's some kind of bond with this person, whether or not you're happy about it, right? The longer you go down this road with this individual, the easier things are going to get, like, just in terms of being amicable, you know? But they have something to teach you here. They have something to teach you about patience. Something to teach you about patience. Because maybe they're not patient. The Seven of Cups, they're not patient. It's like, make a decision, you know? And they're deciding, yeah, they're not patient. They're throwing all kinds of things at you, you know? They're throwing all kinds of things at you, saying, like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, you have to do that. Or at least it might feel that way. In other ways, it might feel like you're kind of dodging attacks, dodging bullets, dodging accusations, or dodging requests, you know? And to continue to play that game, at least in the way that you have, because for some of you it's unavoidable, right? To continue to play that game, that in and of itself is coming into form with the box that they're choosing for you, right? And you understand that, so you're kind of in a little bit of a pickle here, you know, or the box that they're putting you in, so you're kind of in a little bit, and that's actually interesting too, because I am in a little bit of a channel. I am kind of like blanking out as I'm talking, so I know that I'm channeling something here, but the box that they've chosen for you, because it's not even necessarily like with the Hierophant, it's not necessarily a box that one person has chosen for you. The Hierophant feels more, when it's an external expression, it feels more about a box that has been passed down for a long time, that has been chosen over and over and over again by many other people and was just kind of like handed down to you. Internally, it has a different application, but here, this person is saying, like, yeah, this is, you know, the box that's been handed down for so long, and this is what I'm choosing as well, or alongside it, or kind of making adjustments to it. This is my vision of whatever this box is that you need to conform to. So this is a very nuanced situation that you're in. The advice for you is to detach. That's that Queen of Swords. It is a detached. I almost look at situations like this like, oh, you're cute. Oh, that's cute. And it can be so hard to overcome. So please don't make this fit. Like, it can be so hard to overcome certain elements and nuances and expectations and all of these things, depending on like what the situation is for you. Try your darndest in this situation to detach, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to see this for what it truly is, which is nothing that you can control. It's bigger than you, it's older than you, it's also something that you have no interest in conforming in. It's something that's taking from you more than it's giving to you. Tradition. Good luck.